fear and trembling in the body and blood. There's fear and trembling in the body and blood. Fear and trembling in the body and blood. Fear and trembling in the body and blood. Trembling in your body and blood. Fear and trembling in your body and blood. You get under my skin.
Welcome to another weekly Game Developer Bootcamp live stream. I got 2 weeks left to finish this game. Starting to feel a little bit of the pressure, but should be totally manageable. So right now my objective is to close the game loop to make a thing that you can press start and play and then finish and close out of. The last thing that I got working is we now have resources being distributed across the planet, and so what I want to do now is make it so that when they're driven over and picked up, they disappear and are added to your objective, and a way for you to view your objectives from within the game. So I have a big list of stuff that I put together yesterday for what I hope to have done by the end of this week, and it's a lot. I'll just go ahead and give you an overview, I guess. So I need interactable prefabs for all mineral types. So that what that means is for every single type of mineral that I want to have that you can collect, I need to have a separate object for it that can be distributed throughout the game world. I also need to I actually don't think I put that down on that big list, but I also need to make it so that when you, like I said, when you drive over them, you pick them up, that updates your objective, adds to your overall count of that resource that you have. The start screen and galaxy view screen I want to rework for the final version of the game, and I want to do that by removing this planet fly-through background that I have, and instead have some sort of other background. On the galaxy view, I want to have procedural icons for each planet, so it's not just this green circle that you can see if I click here. So instead of having these green circles here, I want to have something that is colored to mirror what this planet looks like. In addition to just reworking how it, oh yeah, also the name of the planet and the name of the system that you're in. That's something that needs to be generated. I need to update the UI. I want to make this look like you're looking at space and see like an actual solar system. And then when you hover the mouse over one of the planets, then the name and what materials it has will sort of fade into sort of appear. Write some preliminary music. Put together some music that I'll just kind of fade in while you're playing and fade out and stuff, and figure out. I think that's going to be a huge part of making this like a peaceful Zen game that's fun to play, is getting the sounds right. So in addition to the music, writing the music, I need to figure out how I'm going to control it in the game. I need to collect sound effects for menu selection stuff, for the car sounds, for when you pick up resources and complete objectives. I need to put UI controls for a game controller, so I'm making it so you can play the game with a controller. Right now you can control the car with the controller, but there's no way to navigate the menu with this yet. So I was thinking of maybe doing a Destiny / No Man's style kind of cursor, so it's like you're moving a mouse across the screen. And then I also need to create a UI for the inside of the car. If I have time, I want to improve how that looks, but I'm really running out of time here. So, but basically, I want to make it so you can see what your objectives are. Maybe have like a holographic screen type deal that fades in when you press the back button on the controller or something like that, and then fades out for immersive reasons. I'd like to make it so the AI exists in the world in sort of the dash of your car rather than attached to the screen, and that'll be good because I like that style of finding a way to implement the user interface in the actual game world, but I also just like one of the reasons I'd be doing it is so when I get to the point, if I want to do another version of this for virtual reality, it'll be a lot easier because all of the UI elements will be in the world and I won't have to change the way that I've done the user interface to account for that. And so that's the stuff that I have listed for this week, which may or may not get finished, but I'm going to do my best. And if I can get all that done this week, then next week will just be content creation, creating like tree type stuff to disperse among the different planets, creating more music and sounds and stuff, and just polishing the game. I also want to create a tutorial level at some point, which will probably just be a separate option. When you get to the start screen, there'll be a start option and a tutorial option, something like that. So yeah, lots to do, and we'll see if it can be done. So thanks again for joining me today, and let's get started. In order to prepare for these static screens real quick, I just want to see if I'm able to get through without too many errors.
These words are what I regret. These words are what I regret. Where I go to be saved. Torture me. Whoa. I'll tell you anything about love me, and I will give you everything. These words are what I regret, but only when cast
Okay, that looks like it worked.
I am a dead melody, a boy who cried wolf. I am a photo still developing. Oh, all I know is from books. A million spirits telling me oh, how to be. Come along, spirit, set me free, set me free. Oh, I'm in a fog again, I'm in a fog. I'll be right here, my heart is up on blocks. I'll put me in my stocks all on my own. I know my doors are locked, learning to walk and talk. Speak through the morning joy from life. All together we're on the silent ones. Gotta find water soon. Gotta find water soon. This kite high in the breeze at night. I cannot see who's holding me so tight. I bet the kids lost below the sail out in the moon. I'm not a cog, not a leashed dog. I am my own boss. True love is lost, and it's yours, not mine. Oh, not mine. Please say, hey, you let me go. It's sad to the I'm gonna go to our park. Oh, don't chase, I won't stop. Oh, it's no drop. Gotta find water soon. Gotta find water soon. just around the bend, just around the bend, over the hills, around the bend, just around the bend, over, around, and under and through, and the nights in mine, and nights for you.
So, as a test, I'm gonna take my resource prefab that I have, and I'm gonna add this to it. And so what it should do is when the car collides with one of these sample resource objects, what it should do is basically disappear and delete itself. Anyway, let's see if this works. Okay. There are a bunch all around me. Let's see what happens if I run one over. And it looks like it's gone. Let's see about these over here. Let's see if I can get a better angle. Oh, and I forgot to start recording. Whoops. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah. Sweet. I'm gonna try changing one thing real quick. Because as you saw it, like when I hit it, it stops me for a second. So if I change the box collider to a trigger, thinking I'll be able to just like drive right through it and not stop.
And the child, the child, the child, the child, weary by his all goes then again, while his heart lingers with the wild wind.
See, now that I'm hitting it, not hitting it, I can't even really tell if I'm getting it. Yeah, I didn't get it, I guess. Hold on.
Raised on our father's regrets, with white stone eyes.
Yeah, I guess I'm not hitting it now.
Oh child, oh child, oh child, oh child, did his sadness give your gods their bones? Did the gods give you death alone? Death alone. Love, come to the water before you die. Oh, listen to your heart, it will tell you lies. Bury me down by the river, for we learn to never die. Bury me now, may I live a life of mine own. Baby, I cried for something wrong. Something wrong. Maybe something right. Something right. Eroding earth, waves leave house on fire. Silver from trust comes lost of us of old. Desires as closet moon guards against the searing flood. I'll count, blessed cause, blessed cause, love, come to the water.
You know what it is? When I change it to a trigger, pretty sure I need to change this to void on trigger enter. Yeah.
Bury me down by the river, for we learn to never die.
So
Bury me now, I may live a life of mine own. Oh, baby, I cry for something wrong.
okay,
Something wrong.
that object is a trigger.
If we've enough shelter, who needs a fall? If we've conquered winter, who needs seasons at all? If we've never feeling,
All right. Okay, so I no longer bump into them and stop the car, and they disappear. So, focus on the car so we can keep track of what's happening.
silence repose, I suppose
Cool. Alright, so right now all that I'm doing is deleting the object, which I will need to do, but I also need to update the score and counters and everything. So, let's prepare to do that. So, in order to do that, I want to do two things, well, several things. For one, I need to make prefabs for all of my different kinds of resources. And let me think about this.
I had come to see all the world, and sooner than you'd think, like a circus by the sea.
So a planet has a list of resources that it can create.
Come to me, I only made it come to me.
So, where do I store my resource objects? My resource database. Let's open that up. So when I create a resource object, let's see. I think I'm gonna run and go get some coffee. So I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm back, and the music is off.
Iceberg tear, I come upon it within me. There I see, I stand upon it. Me, many all around. Here's where I'm found. Arctic wind blows, and I quiver, but I was made to. I quiver,
Driving
but
controls
I
might need
was made to.
a little bit of work.
I'm a kid at the bumper cars. All my friends around me crashing.
Okay, so where was I? Making things happen when it collides.
Are these little ones that come?
Gonna just make some notes so I stay on point.
Said, are these little ones that come? Not a care in the world. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, as far as the eye can see, as far as the eye see, I see me. As far as the eye sees, deep, I know I'm somewhere.
Okay. So what I was going to do is make it so that I needed unique prefabs. Yeah, I still want to do that. So maybe I don't want to do that. Sorry. So what I'm thinking about doing is, so I have these prefabs being built here, right? And I have the resource object, which is the sample resource prefab, and I could either create a new prefab for every single resource type, or what I was considering is creating a using the same resource prefab for all of them, but instead just assigning a different object to it. But I was gonna create resource objects, but all they have maybe a string for the name. This is all stuff that I'll assign. Prefab. Okay. just try and copy and paste this goal canvas. Yeah, let's see if it is consistent and everything.
As far as the eye can see.
Sweet. That was so freaking easy. I was expecting it to be a little bit harder. Now I just need to make a way to update it.
As far as the eye sees deep, I know I'm somewhere complete. Complete. The tree of life my soul hath seen, laden with fruit and always green. The tree of life my soul hath seen.
Alright, so it's not going to update the UI in the car yet, but it should update when I exit the scene and go back into space. So, okay, that's easy. This is perfect. My one goal is 10 Emersonium, and this planet has lots of Emersonium in it. So let's see. So I've got my current goal down there. It's not going to update right now, but I'm going to pick up just a few. I'll get these two over here. Okay. I think I have 3 now, so let's go back to space. Okay, it still says I have 0 out of 10. Alright, let's pick these up again. Alright, it wasn't working. I went ahead and just changed the amount in there, and I just want to see if it changed. Okay. I wonder if maybe I'm changing, instead of the saved goals, I should just be doing goals. Or I know what the problem is. It's because I didn't set the resource name to be anything. So right now the resource name is nothing. So what I want to do is I guess here, let's just do this again. Okay, Hookatonium. So what I'm going to do is go to the prefab and make the resource name Hookatonium. And I think this should apply just to all the ones that are dropped now. Yeah, it says Hookatonium. So now we'll see. Oh. Let me get back to the system generator so we can keep an eye on the goal. 1. Okay, so I saw it increment there. 2. So it's incrementing here on the right side of the screen under element 0, which is the 0th indexed goal, so the first goal that I have created at the top there. So now I'm going to get 1 here. So now I have 3. Now I'm going to try something. I'm going to change this to 10 because I actually have 2 objectives that require Hookatonium. And when one objective is complete, what should happen is it should just start filling up the second one. So here in element 1. And it does. So now when I go back, I should have 10 in my 0th indexed goal and then 1 in my first indexed goal. Yep, 10 and 1. Okay. So and that's just a situation now where I need to create prefabs for all the different resources. So right now I think we've got I'm just going to name all of these resources and have it so that if the string is empty, it just grabs whatever the name of the object is. So I don't have to write it for every single one. And I'm just going to make sure that I get Newtonium. And I don't think I'm gonna actually use, well, maybe I will use these names for this first game. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling a week from now. Shocksonium. So all of them don't have a resource name. So back in my script here, when this first starts, I'll say if resource name equals nothing, then resource name is equal to the name of this game object, which is going to be the name of the resource. So I'm gonna run this again, and I'm gonna check the inspector over here for my objectives updating. We'll do the second planet because it has Calithium, and let's generate a new one. What I'm trying to do is get it so that I have goals I have goals with multiple types of resources, and I can go find and pick up multiple kinds of resources. Okay, Hookatonium and Gallivantium, and I have both of those on this planet. So let's do that. So let's see what we can see and pick up some resources here. There's some over to the right. I guess I can't follow the car while I do this. I made a mistake. Okay, so in my resource thing here, all of my resources are set to spawn the sample resource prefab. And I think I also noticed a problem. I think it says clone at the end of all of them, so all the objects are gonna just have clone in the name. Yeah. Hey Simon, thanks for joining the stream. Making a lot of good progress today. Gonna screw it. I'll just type it out. Like, there's no reason not to, I guess. Okay. I don't know if I'll have time to do it in this version, but it would be cool to have like a mini map or something. And once again, I'm trying to generate a solar system where I have, here we go, Hookatonium, Gallivantium on the same planet. That's good. Now I'll open up our goals here. Hookatonium, Gallivantium. Double check, let's click on these. They're both Gallivantium, but they also both have the proper string in there, so this should be good. I should get 2 Gallivantium from this, and then I'll go back into orbit and see if it updated the values in there. Okay, so I got 3 Gallivantium. And the objective is updated, so we are on track, my friends. Good stuff. So next we do goal view UI. And I think I can just call set goal text again. That's all I need to do. Although I need to find it in the scene, I guess. So after this, I mean, other than it being super rough in its current state, the last thing that I'll need to do to complete... It's not updating. Could probably expand the box around these as well so you can pick them up from further away. I think I just found a bug. I don't know why that would be happening. So these are Emersonium objects. Okay, fine, that's not an Emersonium planet. But the second planet is supposed to be all Gallivantium. And it's spawning the wrong one. Well, we'll hold that thought. I'll be right back. So this planet has Hookatonium and Rookshoxonium. Is it only generating the first of the two that it has? I think I haven't fixed that yet. Yeah, I don't have a way for it to pick which one to generate yet. So we actually aren't in the clear yet. right here. Start resource index. I'm not sure if this will work or not. Thinking I'll probably get some index. All right. Okay, it doesn't look like there was a problem there. There's only one kind of resource on this planet, so let's see if we got a bunch of clethium. So far, all clethium. That's good. That's good. Let's generate a planet with lots of different stuff. Give me a planet with lots of random things. Come on. Hookatonium and Rooksonium. Alright, we got 2 resources on this planet. I got a lot of null. It looks like every chunk has one of each. You know what? That's because the seed is always the same. And the way that I made up for that is I added the seed
Sometimes these memories pull us under. We get lost talking days gone by, but we're not getting any younger. And now it feels like real life has dragged us in its time. So we stay awake like we always do, and we try to recreate. And then nothing's changed, and I'm next to you. It doesn't feel the same.
Because I'm generating the objects before the new seed is set up, which takes like a second. I could just wait to generate everything before we set the... Alright, let's see if this does anything new. Shoxonium, and Gallivantium. And yes, I'm gonna have to come up with some sort of solution for making sure I don't fall outside the level. So let's see. So this terrain chunk has 4. That's interesting. So it looks like it's trying to equally populate each one. It's been a while since I, only like 3 or 4 days, but I don't know, maybe I should map out my logic on paper more often because, I should comment more is what I should do. Oh wait, am I calling generate twice? Weird. I mean, I'm telling it to generate 2 things only. And yet we're getting 4. So if I were to enable and disable this, deleting everything in it. What? Okay, so if I enable and disable it, well, if I do that, it doesn't even place them. That's probably my fault. Let's see. Enable. I think I can just disable all of these and just do them immediately. Generate objects, then set the X and Y position for object, or X and Z, and then set the Y position. So I've got 4 Calithium on this. Now I have 2 and something's happening twice. think I might take a note on that and fix it later. UI stuff working. The reason it's not updating is because the thing that I'm calling is returning the string that I want to so yeah, it's returning the string that I want to assign rather than and just a cursory look around. There's way too many resources being generated. Oh, and it's all gallivantium. Isn't this planet supposed to have more than that? It's supposed to have callithium and gallivantium. Doesn't look like that's happening. Weird. Let's do a different planet. What? That's not right. That's what this planet should have. Okay. Rikshakisonium. I like this planet. And this doesn't have the right stuff. So something's wrong with the system generator's planet resources. Well, there's gallivantium on this planet, so we can at least test if the UI gets updated here by collecting some of these. Shoot, I think I missed it. Nope, I got it. Okay, there we go, it updated, so I got 1 gallivantium, and the rest of these are hookatonium or whatever, which I don't need right now. Yeah, I want to increase the size of the collision box on these. taking some notes now. Just writing down some of the bugs that I'm coming across now. But now, I mean, other than coming up with unique looks for all the resources, now I can also start creating unique objects for grass and trees and rocks and stuff like that to add to the environment. And let's see. So basically the last thing that I have to do gameplay wise before the game is basically like playable. Obviously it's not done, but I need to make it so that once you've completed all the goals, you can press a button and travel to the next solar system. And I need to do stuff like make it so you can save your progress and stuff like that. But yeah. Well, it's about 10 to 11, and I think this is a good stopping point for today, so I'm going to stop the stream here. Thank you so much for joining me. I haven't checked the chat in a minute. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for joining me today for the Game Developer Bootcamp weekly live stream. I'll be up and at it again here live tomorrow at 9 a.m. And if you haven't seen it yet, the second episode of Game Developer Bootcamp came out yesterday, and the next one will be in 2 weeks. So thank you for following Game Developer Bootcamp, and thank you for following the development of Infinite Horizon here. If you could give this a like, subscribe to my channel, that would be so much help, a huge help, and I would really appreciate it. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.